Ecuador's Attorney General's office charged 17 soldiers with the forced disappearance of 4 miners whose bodies were later found burned amid mounting accusations from international organizations over growing abuses by the armed forces deployed in the country's fight against drug trafficking. Saul Aboleda, Stephen Medina, and brothers Usue and Ismail Arroyo, aged between 11 and 15, were detained in December last year by a military patrol in Las Malvinas area in southern Guayaquil. Their burned bodies were discovered days later near an Air Force base. A report by Amnesty International states that Ecuador's prosecutor's office has received complaints regarding the possible forced disappearance of 43 people since 2023, when conservative President Daniel Noboa took office and launched a hardline security policy against crime. During hearing in the case known as Malvinas, prosecutors charged 16 soldiers as direct perpetrators and a colonel as an accomplice for the illegal detention and alleged forced disappearance of the 4 miners on December 8, 2024. A witness in the case claimed that after the boys were released by the military, they were taken by a criminal group. The Ministry of Defense pointed to a leader of the gang, Los Aguias, as responsible. However, the Permanent Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, which represents the families, questioned that account. It said the same witness later stated that military personnel forced him under death threats to say that criminal gangs had taken the boys. President Noboa declared Ecuador to be in an internal armed conflict in 2024, allowing the continued deployment of the armed forces for domestic crime-fighting operations. In its report, Amnesty International concluded that far from providing security, this strategy has opened the door to serious human rights violations and placed people in the country at greater risk.